All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and continue with some numerical expressions. This one says that we're going to write two numerical expressions. Okay, so we can write this two different ways. This says 2/3 of 8. And the way that I could do this is two different ways. Is I can write 2/3, and this says of, I know that means to multiply, times 8. Okay, the other way I could write this is 2/3, and I can put 8 in parentheses. Okay, so remember, just because you do not necessarily see that multiplication sign, if you see something like this, you automatically know this is multiplying. Okay, no other mathematical signs, adding, subtracting, dividing, can you do like this. You know that when you see something like this, there's no sign in there, you know that that is multiplying. So now I can go ahead and multiply this out. Remember, 8 has that invisible 1. So 2 times 8 is 16/3. Okay, then 16 divided by 3 is going to be 5 1/3. Okay, the next one, 1/6 of, so multiplying the product of 4 and 9, that is what's going to be in parentheses. This is going to be multiplied. So again, I can do 1/6 times, and in parentheses, 4 times 9. Okay, I can do the same thing like I did up here. I can remove this multiplication sign and just do 1/6, put in parentheses, 4 times 9. Okay, I can't leave this multiplication sign out in here. I need to make sure that I keep it. Okay, so then if I do 4 times 9, 4 times 9 is going to give me 36, and I'm going to multiply it by 1/6. I get 36/6. That equals 6. Alrighty. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a look at this, and we're going to put greater than, less than, or equal to in. And this is something you guys have seen before, so it's not anything different, okay? So this says 217 times 42 plus 48/5. This one says to go ahead and multiply the two whole numbers, and then I'm going to add that 48/5, okay? So on this one, when I look at this, if I'm just going to multiply these numbers and then add this, I know this is actually going to be smaller. The reason is because I'm going to add these two together, and then I have to multiply 217 times 42. I also have to multiply 217 times 48/5. So here, all I'm doing is multiplying these two numbers, and then I'm adding that. This, I have to multiply both of them. So I know that this one is going to be bigger. So it is going to be greater than, okay? This next one, kind of the same thing, but what I notice is the numbers are exactly the same. It's kind of all in the same order. The only thing is these two fractions are changed, okay? So the one thing I need to think about is that which fraction is going to be bigger, which fraction is going to be smaller. When I think about this one, this fraction is actually, oh, no, this one actually has a bigger fraction. They're actually not the same. This says times 7/12, and this says times 3/12. So these two numbers, these are exactly the same. So no matter what, this is going to multiply to be the same. 7/12 and 3/12. That's where you're going to have to look. Well, which fraction is the bigger fraction? 7/12 is. And so that means that when I multiply it, that number is actually going to be bigger. Okay? Down here, we have 5 times 6 and 99/100ths, and over here, I have 5 times 3 and 76/100ths, 5 times 2 and 68/100ths. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something where I kind of am going to be moving some things around. I'm actually going to add these two numbers together, okay? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to see that I've got 3 and 76/100ths, and I'm going to add 2 and 68/100ths because I have this right here that I can use. Okay, and when I add this up, 8, 9, 14, carry the 1, 14, carry the 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. This number, if I were to put these together and I multiply this, it's going to be 5 times 6 and 44/100ths. So when I look at this, I'm multiplying both of them by 5. But look what I'm multiplying it by. Which one is bigger? Well, this one's going to be bigger because it is a bigger number. Now, part of you might say, well, wait a second, I have 5 plus 5. Why am I not doing that? Well, what you did was you basically took these two numbers, I added these two together, and then I don't have to multiply it by 10. 10 because I'm not adding the 5 and 5. I'm multiplying it by 5 because this is these two numbers put together. So that's the reason why. So this one's actually going to be less than.